Yeah, guys, good evening from the beautiful stadium in Fez. I wish I could give you the view of the stadium at the B side, but CAF have given a serious warning that we shouldn't do that. I know that some of you say some, but other people are doing it. Because they're breaking law does not mean I should also join in breaking the law. The match that just ended is the Nigeria versus Tunisia game, and I think that it was a beautiful game for the neutrals. Anyhow you want to look at it, it was a very beautiful game for the neutrals. And kudos to Eric Shaw, the starting lineup that I've always wished for from the start was what he started with. I've always advocated that even though Wilfred indeed he doesn't have the legs, but he's got the experience that is needed to lead this team, to marshal this team. And then he's been given the captain's handband. That means that he is the leader of the team, whether people like it or not. And bringing in Frank Onyeka, the tank, means that we have leg in midfield. Hannibal for Tunisia was a thorn in the flesh of the Nigerian team. His first touch, sometimes his final ball were not as good as expected, but thank God they weren't as good as expected. But to be very honest, I think I love this game for a neutral. The Tunisians will look at this game and say to themselves, well, maybe we started too deep in our 4-4-2 defensive formation, but you would also not blame them because, I mean, when you're playing against a team that have Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman, the two recently past well-deserved African Footballer of the Year, and a beast mood striker like Victor Osimhen that does not need 10 chances to score one, you've got to be very cautious. You can't you throw caution to the wind, and even in that cautiousness, he still score because he's the kind of player that will score with his left leg, right leg, with his head, bicycle kick, any kind of chance you give to him, he can convert. And then Ademola Lookman, was in beast mood today. He's been in beast mood in this tournament like he was in the last tournament. Probably we could say he continued from where he stopped. And I'm not when you look at it from the reality of play, you would say the substitution toned down the game because to two running player, one, people will say Akko Adam have not scored a goal, but his versatility, his ability to go from center to go long and go short, run wide and run in, is creating havoc for the opposition defense, whether it's Tunisia or Tanzania. And one way or the other, he is the counterfoil that makes it easy for Lookman and Victor Osimhen. In my own opinion, you are free to disagree in the comment section. And the movement and the running and the good legs, the stable legs dependable and reliable legs of Frank Onyeka also made it easy for Wilfred Ndidi and Alex Iwobi to move around maraudingly in the midfield without the fear of losing gap. And I think that Frank Onyeka also made it easy for Wilfred Ndidi to sit in centre back. Don't forget that Wilfred Ndidi started his football career as a youth player in central defence. So it was easy and gave Kevin Bassey, who is a beast in his own right in this tournament so far in the two games that he's played, and Semi Ajayi, who is becoming the new gentle giant of the Super Eagles defence. This is no disrespect or in any way comparing him to Uche Okechukwu, who's originally the gentle giant of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But I'm just attaching that to him based on his performance. And I think that, we're in a tournament. People will say, why did the coach remove Akko Adams and Frank Onyeka? He had his reasons. And you never know how a substitution will perform until you make it. And I guess, looking at it now, he would say, maybe I shouldn't have, or probably I should have delayed it a bit and given my team a chance to consolidate. But whatever it is, I've always said that in group games, all you need to do is qualify, and they've qualified. For us, the media, for me especially, who have the largest contingent from Nigeria coming into this tournament, I think that we will stay longer here in Fez. That means more cold. One of my team members is already very sick, Timothy Daimbo. So you don't see any content with him on it. It's because he's in the sick bay. He's undergoing treatment. We wish him speedy recovery. I like the fact that he goes to the pressers. I mean, giving somebody a debut and trusting him with those responsibility and him carrying them out very well is a good thing. Some of you are asking, where is Joy? Joy has been battling with Air Maroc for our luggages. Tomorrow she would go to Casablanca again for the second time to go and try and get her luggages, where her foodstuff, her clothes, and a lot of things are in. So hopefully this time around, extra cost on us. Hopefully this time around she comes back with it. Air Maroc is, I'm not one of those that would like to do video and drag corporate brands. Air Maroc is traditionally known. When we're buying those tickets, I told my team that the only reason I'm buying Air Maroc ticket is I don't want to have to transit in any other country like Egypt or Tunisia or anywhere or outside Africa. I want to fly direct. But let it be known that Air Maroc is known for damaging luggages and also misplacing luggages. And I mean, I've traveled to Casablanca before and my luggage were in Rabat, where I wasn't going to. So I know that with Air Maroc. But having said that, I just believe that, sometimes these businesses also have, reasons why that happened. Whether they will change is a different kettle of fish. Stay in the game. Congratulations to Ademola Lookman for a well-deserved man of the match award. 2 games Nigeria have played, 2 Nigerian players have picked up the man of the matches, which is very good as far as I'm concerned. Semi Ajayi in the first game, which I, in my opinion, thought that Alex Iwobi should have picked. I keep saying that. For those of you who always say that I do not like Alex Iwobi. I do not have any business liking or hating anybody. I have a job to do and I do it based on my knowledge. And if sometimes it doesn't please you, it's not a thing of hate. It's just the reality of the game, the way I see it. And the way I see it might not be the same way you see it. There are different truths that stands. But there's an observation I like to also bring in this short video that I'm making. Is the fact that the Super Eagles, there are a few skirmishes here and there. The referee was a bit overfair to us today. Could have been a red card. Wambali, after the whistle, plunge on that Tunisian player or something that in other times some other referee would just get angry and do that, and then you unnecessarily look at the pigs. But then he's our safe fan, and in tournament what you do is support your team, irrespective of your conviction or your belief or your whatever. You support your team. We keep supporting them. So the observation I'm making here is the fact that the Super Eagles in 2 games against one top opposition and one weak opposition, no disrespect to Tanzania, but Tanzania is a weak opposition compared to the Nigerian Super Eagles, have played better than they played in the 12 World Cup qualifying games, or 11, because against Benin Republic they play very well. In 11 of the 12 World Cup qualifying games. And it is also very clear now for those people who were telling me that when I said that FIFA cannot adjudicate on the constitution of a country, they can only adjudicate on their laws. Those who said I was talking trash about Logistical because when I said he should have invested that same energy that they're using to pursue a backdoor armed robbery style entrance into the World Cup on, trying to develop football and infrastructure and all that. Those who said I was talking rubbish, I had no respect, all those who were calling me names, you can see now, FIFA cannot adjudicate in the constitution of other countries. That's not their business. Their business is, did you break the FIFA law, yes or no? If you break the FIFA law, yeah, they can punish you. If you don't, then you stay on. But if it's a country issue, that's the country's business. It is the country's parliament or the country's government to come out and say, nope, you cannot have dual citizenship. For that, you are not our citizen. For the fact that they don't have any official statement in that position, FIFA rely on the federations, to submit report, and they accept it. Because again, don't forget that FIFA is made up of this. Everybody in these 205 member nations are the power that makes FIFA. So you can't say, oh, we want to interpret this constitution. If you bring that, you open the door for a lot of interpretations and counter-interpretations of countries' constitution here and there. Somebody will now come and say, oh, in Europe, the government does not fund their federation. Why is the federation being funded in Africa or in Nigeria? And so for that reason, Nigeria should be sanctioned. So FIFA does not adjudicate in that. But let's stay with the AFCON. I think that generally, the AFCON have been good. It's cold in Fez, I wouldn't lie. I enjoyed Agadir. And I also want to say massive thank you to everybody who, the support, the greetings were overwhelming on my birthday yesterday. Thank you very much to all you who did that. God bless you. I really do love and appreciate you guys for the love and support. And I also want to celebrate my team, from Joy to Mikolo to Timothy Daimbo to Jamiu to Emmanuel A. Team, who we had to fly from the UK to leave his kids and wife to come and do this with us. It's always been a dream for me to work with him because, I mean, I was at the beginning of his journey, and I've always told him that when you are no longer attached to any of this media in Nigeria, I would love to work with you. And I like the way he always told me, bros, when that time comes, I'll let you know. And once he told me, I told him, don't worry, don't work for any other media in this AFCON. I'll bring you in, and he's been a wonderful guy. Thank you for every one of you who's watching our content. Thank you to every one of you who's subscribing to the channel. To be very honest, what will make us do well and continue to cover major tournament like this is if the channel grows. When we came here, we're 23,000 already, and if we go back and we can't even get past 23,000 after 1 month of spending almost 80 million, we'll practically look at it and say, okay, as a businessman, from a business standpoint, it is not worth it. So I would not be able to do it. But so far, I am hopeful. I'm believing that the numbers will climb. Excuse me. I do believe that the numbers will climb. They are not impressive right now. They are not giving us joy. But I'm a keep the faith type of guy. I'm a believe in your dream kind of guy. I'm a stay resilient in your dream and things can work out. The mere fact that we've gotten to this stage where we started in 2017 to where we are right now, and the obstacles and then the natural obstacles like COVID, bad economy and all the rest, and then the human obstacle and all that we've faced, and we're able to achieve this, I feel a sense of joy. But now, being able to do this is one thing. Now, I'm not entitled, but I think that when you put in this much work and this much investment, you are entitled to some kind of expectation of results. So that's where we stand. But kudos to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. It means that we will stay in first for a while. That's what it means, at least till the round of 16 and probably the quarterfinals, if I'm not mistaken. I'll check the fixtures again, but I think to the round of 16, because I don't know what's going to happen. Nigeria-Uganda is on Tuesday, the 30th of December. Not so good news. We were supposed to jump on the train again and go to Marrakesh tomorrow for the Côte d'Ivoire-Cameroon game, but unfortunately, CAF said that there were too many people asking for match ticket into that game. Having accreditation is not enough. You have to apply for match ticket for each game, for those of you who don't know. And so they have to streamline it first to Francophone-based journalists, and then first of all to priority to Cameroonian and Ivorian journalists, and then Francophone journalists, and then before they consider others. So every member of my team, myself, 5 of us who applied, Chamu for photography, myself, Emmanuel Sebastian for analysis, pre-match analysis, and our producer and cameraman Ahmed Kalejaye, who were all denied match ticket. Is first experience on that. So we'll look for another game. The goal was to cover matches in every city. We'll continue to do it. There's still knockout games. 2 cities that we've not gone is Tangier, we've been told that it's colder than Fez, and then Casablanca, where we stayed in July when we came for the WAFCON. Wow. To think that this channel have covered 2 major competitions in 1 year, it's amazing. But in the space of 5 months, to be very, very exact, it's amazing. But we thank God for that. And what was I going to say? I like to say, for those people who are sending us message like, oh, in the comment section, you are doing analysis, you cannot show the match. Listen, we're not a big channel yet. We do not have the resources to pay for broadcast rights. And we also do not have the right to show matches like ambush marketers. We don't do that. I've always said that the principle of this company is to do things the right way and the legal way. And for now, we don't have it. To be very honest with you guys, the first ever matches that we would stream and pay for, hopefully, will be the Nigerian League. That is the goal for me, to one day have enough numbers and go to the league organizers and say, I want to pay for match of the day, 1 game every match day that we can produce and stream. And, Look at what it is today. That will cost us for a season between $150 to $250,000 just to pay for the rights and then the cost of production. We're not there yet. We don't have the numbers yet. When we start counting our numbers, our subscriber base in the millions, and then we start having views in the tens and hundreds of thousands and hundreds of millions of views, then we can do that. But until then, please consider that this is what our channel is about. We will do press conferences, we will do mixed zone, we will do training, which are the things that are legally allowed by CAF. And then for those people who say, oh, why are you people going to the training to distract the players? That's another question I think I'm obligated to answer. For those of you trying to understand that sports, entertainment, and media go pari passu, they go hand in hand. Take away the media, the players on the field is 40% of the business. You take away the media, every time you take away the media, the sports becomes shrink and cheap. That's why the Nigerian league is cheap, right? That's why it's not growing, because there is no media power backing it. So for every time you see people in the training, this is how it goes. CAF allows 15 minutes of engagement from the start of the bus getting into the training ground till the time they say that prayer and get ready to train. And it's an obligation to the media. You don't want to, let's say, take us for instance, you don't spend close to 80 million flying a crew from Nigeria and they tell you you can't even access the team. No, that does not interfere with the training. If you can see, we've not shown you guys any tactical training, anything. That's an obligation of the team to meet with the press. There is a reason why CAF give you accreditation. If the media is a distraction, you won't get accreditation. There is a reason why you're giving match day ticket to come cover the game. Now, while you are in this place, you are expected to not even use your phone to like take any video or any picture of anything, because this whole building, even though now the stadium is empty, is right protected. It is right protected by the host broadcasters, and they are the ones who can shoot and do anything inside. The only thing I can do is face me. One thing we were planning to do was to do, me and Emmanuel, we're doing watch along, but then we just use our own discretion. There is no law against it, but we use our discretion that if we start it and other people see us, they might decide to do it and abuse it, and then they will group everybody together. I don't think I want to put my channel, this whole hard work that we put in the last 8 years plus, to that kind of place where our name will be dragged in the mud. And to be very honest, a lot of Nigerian journalists have been blacklisted for stealing content. You apply as a photographer, you are catching video on the sideline. And I've told my team, this is something I told them before we came here, that don't be caught doing that. There is a temptation to want to do it, take your phone and do small video. When the goal is scored, you want to get a clip, like feel like I'm first to the news. I don't need it. If I would have to put a content out, but I'm breaking the law to do it, I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to be part of it. Yes, I want to go viral. Yes, I want to get viewers. I want to get a lot of subscribers, but I don't want to do it illegally. I keep saying that. It is hard. It is hard, especially from Black Africa, to think like that. It makes you feel like the so-called mumu. You don't get sense. You are not sharp. I don't want to be sharp. I want to be professional. I want to be legal. This is a work that a lot of people don't believe would happen, would work. Why would I go and damage it with illegal actions that would eventually prove the people who already have said consistently that it cannot make it, it cannot work? Why should I go and prove them right? So please, if you follow us, and somebody sent me a message, is the wristwatch still available to win? Yes, it is. It's there. I mean, I wear a lot of wristwatches. That one is kept there. I was getting tempted to add another one, but then the subscribers are not growing, so I'm not even tempted to do that. But the one that we promised for the giveaway, when we come back from the AFCON, we'll definitely give. We've not picked the person. We are still looking at the comment sections and still randomly picking people. Eventually, we will do a raffle draw, something. One lucky winner would emerge, and we will send. And then the ones that we are sending to people, we've given to those that we want to give. So some people already have their wristwatches, and more are going to get when we come. But that one for the draw, for the raffle draw, we will do it. We might decide to increase it to 2, 3, 4, or 5, but that's dependent on the growth of the channel. But having said that, I want to say thank you for following us. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for pushing us. Thank you for those of you who share our content. Thank you for those of you who comment on our content. Thank you for those of you who send us message. And again, thank you for the birthday messages that you send. I am very, very grateful. My name is Idafi Matthew Esogene. You love to call me the Elegbete One Sports. I am the CEO of Jeep F Media, owners of Elegbete TV and radio. This channel is Elegbete TV Sports. Thank you.